What's up, YouTube? This is Scott Tannic One coming at you again live from the dungeon with my first video in a really long time, man. What can I say? I've got busy with work, other life obligations, hadn't had a whole lot of time to devote the channel. But anyway, it hasn't really grown any, so fuck it. Um, I'm gonna talk a little bit about maybe changing the format here a little bit. I'm just gonna take a break from doing album reviews, discussion vids, stuff that I've done. I'm gonna try a different route here. I'm gonna just show off some collection. Um, my collection's not in any specific order. I'm kind of weird with my collection. I basically bunch up everything by genre and band I like. Nothing alphabetical. I never do alphabetical. I don't know why. I just don't. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with it here. Just gonna go ahead and I got a stack of CDs here. I'm just gonna show off some of my collection here. This is pretty much my Tom G. Warrior collection on CD here, so let's go ahead and get started with that. Hellhammer, Demon Entrails. What can I say? Fucking awesome compilation. First three Hellhammer EPs on here: Satanic Rites, Death Fiend, and Triumph of Death. So many really great tracks. I can't really narrow it down to one. Definitely start off with this, man, if you're gonna really want to get into the roots of black metal, because this is where it all come from. Demon Entrails, Hellhammer, pretty awesome. Got that on Amazon, I believe, from a third-party guy for like $20. So I mean, if you can still get it, go ahead. I see it's expensive as fuck on Discogs, but anyway, moving on here. Celtic Frost, Morbid Tales. What can be said about Morbid Tales? Well, of course, this is the Morbid Tales and Emperor's Return EP all on one album. They call it Morbid Tales. So many classics, man. Into the Crypts of Rays, Procreation of the Wicked, Dethroned Emperor, Return to the Eve. I mean, Circle of the Tyrants. Essential early black metal listening. Celtic Frost, Morbid Tales, Emperor's Return. Another good one. This is where they kind of took a little bit of deviation, of course, not totally, but a little bit. Celtic Frost to Megatherion. Standout tracks definitely are The Usurper, Dawn of Megiddo. I like it a lot. Circle of the Tyrants appears on here as well. Then you got, Fainted Eyes, The Jeweled Throne, Necromantical Screams. Awesome. Definitely recommend it. Now, this one here is a hit and miss with me. It's got some good tracks on it, but I don't come back to this one a lot. Celtic Frost, Into the Pandemonium. We'll say, wow, there's very few that I like on here, to be honest. Inner Sanctum's really good. The Jade Serpent Part 2, what is it? Caress into Oblivion. It's okay. I mean, it's not a bad disc, but it's just not one that I listen to a lot. I've spun it maybe 3 or 4 times. Like, alright, Into the Pandemonium. This is supposed to be one of their classic era albums, but I don't see it. I don't get it, but hey, whatever. And then we get into Monotheist. Oh, fucking amazing album, man. Definitely, this is a very dark, very gloomy, very depressing record. But, man, I love it. Progeny, a dying god coming into human flesh, Synagogue Satanae, Asa Bismi Valdeth. I mean, there's so many good fucking cuts on this. Definitely get this one. If you're going to get anything by Celtic Frost, this and Morbid Tales are probably the ones to get, but definitely this one. Monotheist. These are Tom G. Warrior's newer project. Some people consider it black metal, some people don't, like an avant-garde prog metal, but anyway, I love them to death. Triptychon, Espartera Diamones. Not a bad track on here. Goetia, if that's how you pronounce that. Goida, Gotia, I don't know. Anyway, in Shroud's Decay, Abyss Within My Soul, Myopic Empire, The Prolonging. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Definitely recommend that one. This one is kind of like this one's an EP, kind of bridges the gap. Triptychon, Shatter, kind of bridges the gap between Espartera, Diamones, and the next record. Only 5 songs. 2 are, live Celtic Frost covers. Definitely I Am the Twilight and Shatter are the highlights on here. The only 2 really good originals. The Crucifixus, I believe that's like just what they used to open the Triptychon shows. So, yeah. Not bad. A little pricey for what you get here, but I'm a completionist, so I wanted to get all the Triptychon stuff, at least on CD. But yeah, anyway. And finally, Melina Chasmata by Triptychon. Another really, really great album. I think one of the last things musically H.R. Giger's artwork's going to appear on, because he died, but I think this is the last record. I'm not sure, but Tree of Suffocating Souls, Boleskine House, Aurora, Demon Pact. I mean, Breathing. A lot of good stuff on here. Real dark and gloomy, depressive record. Also, both of these Triptychon albums are just straight continuances of what was going on with Monotheist by Celtic Frost, and man, awesome, 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 awesome stuff. That's just a small part of the collection. I've got quite a few more, but I'm just gonna kind of ease into this a little bit, not really just go head down into my collection, just because it's so massive, and I just want to do shorts, a little bit shorter videos than I had been doing, just kind of get the feel for doing this YouTube thing again. But that's all I got for right now. So come back in another vid. Hopefully it's not in a year. Take it easy, Metal Brethren. Later on.